Never fails to disappoint. The second I hit record, your face goes into, like, freaky doll mode.
People, like, my natural face is like that. That's my natural face, like I'm walking around.
Just as you go through the world?
Yeah, everyone asks. When I was younger, they would ask.
You need to move.
They would say, like,
move
"Don't be sad."
Move your mic closer to your face. It's like your mic close to your face. Yeah,
like that.
Like, oh my gosh! Wow.
Okay, I'll sit up. I
right.
think is what I need to do.
Or if you sit back, take the microphone with you when you sit back, so you can.
Yeah, I'll sit up a little bit.
I'm muted on accident, but if you move back, you take the mic with you, and then you can sit and talk, right?
Just put it on my gut.
What is the laziest way you can do a podcast? just I'm sitting on the ground.
Tell me stories.
How often a month do you go to Costco?
I probably go.
Or you don't go to Costco. Where do you go?
I go to Sam's Club.
Is it the same thing?
Pretty much.
But I feel like Walmart is so big. Like, what's the difference?
Walmart?
Yeah, between Walmart and Sam's Club.
Costco, if you want to get a jar of peanut butter, you have to buy a 4-pack or something, right?
It's a lot of peanut butter.
At least a 2-pack.
It's a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah, so you have to. It's really just me and my wife now, so.
Yeah, you can't get anything that goes bad.
It's hard to. I just can't justify buying like 2 of certain things, so we only go there. We only go to Sam's Club for
dry goods.
No, we go there for no, we'll go there for some food, but that'll be for the week, right? For us.
75 pounds of dried rice.
What? Dried what?
Rice.
No.
I always when I go down the aisles in Costco, I always see like those big 50 to 75 pound bags of rice. Mm-hmm. Always. There's always.
And no one's ever buying them?
No, there are people who buy them.
Yeah, I don't think the prices are that much cheaper than other places, and then you see people. I don't see how someone can go there and if they've got a restaurant or something and think they're gonna. But I don't know where else they would go. I guess
there's a place here called Restaurant Depot.
Okay.
Where you can go. It's like a Costco, but it's for people who own restaurants. So if you want to get the same crappy fries they serve at your local diner, you can go to Restaurant Depot.
And they'll just let anyone go in there?
No, you gotta have a restaurant
you have to have a
license,
membership
but
card?
everybody knows somebody, so you just get a license to do it.
Yeah, they built one of those by my old house, and
the Restaurant Depot.
Yeah, I never went in. Do they have one near you? I thought
like
mine 15. Was like the
They're
only
all over
one.
The place.
Oh, I never saw it until that one. But
there was one time. I hate throwing food out. It's the worst, right? So but the problem is when you go to Costco, you get so much. You either gotta eat it or freeze it.
Yeah.
I also love dried apricots. So in Costco, they sold this bag of dried apricots, but it was like a 10-pound, like 5 or 10 pounds of dried. That's a lot of apricot, and a dried apricot, you're eating a whole apricot. Is it apricot or apricot? Now I'm getting paranoid about how I say it.
I think it's
apricot.
Whatever
it is, you're eating like a whole thing. I would
probably say apricot, but I don't pronounce things too good.
I would the first time I got it, I sat there and I ate probably like 2 pounds of dried apricots.
So it's like
it turned
you
into
ate like
day off
20
from work. That's what it turned into.
20 apricots.
Something like that. It turned into a day off from work because I spent the
They're
entire
not like wedges
day.
that are. I thought they were like wedges that were.
It's
dried.
not wedges. It's the whole
It's the
thing.
whole
They
thing?
de-pit it and then they dry it. And then I'm sitting there eating. I'm like, oh, this is nature's candy. Right? And then I spend the entire next day on the bowl because I basically
that's what I was
am
gonna
like
say.
turned into the SpaceX super robot, super rocket. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go rescue you astronauts from space.
That's a nature's colon cleaner right there.
Jeez,
20 apricots.
Then the kids come home and they're like, where are all the apricots?
And then you wash it down with a gallon of Activia.
Yeah, Activia and prune juice. That's the which did you know that prunes are just dried plums?
Did we just have this conversation
last
week?
I feel like we've had this conversation before in our lives.
Because I think I told you about this last week that you didn't realize this. That they were dried plums.
I did not realize this until
I told you that
years ago. Probably like the second Todd Pod episode we talked about.
No, I told you it last week.
It wasn't last week.
I mean, the last 2 weeks ago.
All right.
Last time we did this, I told you about. You were confused. I think you said like it's like grapes are dried raisins, and then
yes, we did have this conversation.
Dried plums and.
Yep, that's it.
You were asking about.
You know how they talk about how you hit the bottom of the internet? We hit the bottom of my intellectual capacity to share anything.
What? I mean, dried. But why are they? Grapes are raisins.
Yep.
Plums are prunes. Apricots are what?
They're just apricots.
Yeah, I know. Why don't they? Shouldn't they have a name for them?
Orange deliciousness.
I don't know. It's that wouldn't be my first choice for dried fruit, I don't think.
It's so good
dried
because
apples.
It's not overly sweet, but it's chewy. It's got a thing. You know?
You can't get them with sugar on them though, right? They're just natural, right?
They are just natural, although I do think they add sugar to it. I really do.
And sulfites.
Nothing wrong with some sulfites.
Which, I guess that's for preservation or something, but... Are you zoning out? What are you doing right
I had a channel...
Keep talking there.
I had a channel that I had bookmarks saved on Instagram for Todd Pod topics. But the problem with this is like... It's not stuff you can talk about. It's stuff that, like, as usual with, like, an Instagram reel or something, like, it's visually appealing. This is not that.
Yeah, you have to...
I'd have to go to Instagram and, like, bring it up.
Well, you could talk about it. What is it? What Instagram reel is it? I might have seen it. Actually, I don't use Instagram.
The Housewife School, 1940s.
No, I haven't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
As you can imagine, the Housewife School of the 1940s was not...
Oh, okay. A school for housewives?
Yeah. There was actually a film reel for girls in high school. They're like, this is what you need to do to be a housewife.
How to... Yeah.
You know, they had like a...
dinner ready by 5.
Yeah, they had a dress that went over their dress. So the dress didn't get messed up. They messed up the outside dress.
And then they could... So they cooked all day in their dress, and then they...
But with the outside dress.
And they could...
They put like the apron dress over their dress. And then... Yeah. So that way when the dad came home, he wouldn't be like, oh, I see you made, turkey. It's all over your dress.
Because it's like on your dress? Yeah, well, they did that to stop the beatings.
That's right. The best part is don't bother your husband when he gets home because he's had a hard day at work.
Yeah.
So
I actually do all the cooking.
At your house, you do?
House, yeah.
I think we talked about this one too.
Yeah, but
what did you make tonight? What was the dinner tonight?
I don't cook all the time.
You said you did
all yeah,
the
when
cooking.
when we cook, it's me.
Oh, but
otherwise,
tonight there was no there was no cooking to be had tonight.
Actually, my wife fixed some carbonara from a bag. Just heat it up, right?
What's carbonara? Is that the sauce with the ham?
Yeah, I think there's bacon and peas and...
Oh, that's right.
It's kind of like a white sauce.
Peas. There's a vegetable that really lost its luster.
Peas. I used to... You can eat... Well, I don't like peas out of a can anymore. Actually...
You said used to. I used to what? I used to what?
I used to eat the snap peas.
Right. Used to.
Snap off the ends.
Used to. Dear listener, please comment the last time you actually ate peas.
I don't know. I haven't eaten it in a long time.
I mean, you want to talk about a vegetable that absolutely has run its course and needs to be terminated. It's the pea. What? How do you eat it?
Vegetable?
You can't. Would you eat it with a spoon or a fork? When you cook a pea, peas.
Well, if you eat it with a spoon, then you get all the liquid in it, and that's like too much. Well, you eat it with a spoon, but then you drain the liquid as you're eating it.
Oh God! And then,
you could eat it with a fork, but when you get down to the last couple peas, you're like,
how do you? Are you stabbing each individual pea, or are you?
No, you don't stab.
Are you putting the knife and then you're scooping the pea
like
against the knife, and then hoping you get a runoff?
You scoop like you're not a caveman, and you just like you eat like you have like control of your fingers.
If I ever went
like a human,
I went to a dinner and they served peas, I'm not eating them.
You really have.
If I ate them, it would be out of sheer boredom.
But you would eat broccoli?
Absolutely, I'll eat broccoli. Broccoli you can eat. You can cut the broccoli and you can stab a piece of broccoli and eat it and actually get a bite. A pea is like I don't know what the pea is for.
So then you don't like beans. Because you have to scoop those.
Legumes?
You don't like any scoopable vegetable.
I don't like little balls of green peas.
Green. Yeah. What is inside of a pea?
Pea mush.
I guess that would be the...
So when your daughter was little, did she have to eat the little ground up peas in a jar? The little mushy peas in a jar? Little baby peas?
Yeah, we probably fed her that. We probably fed her all kinds of stuff. But now she doesn't like to eat anything, really, except plain cheese pizza.
I want you to go to the store, buy a can of baby food, which is just crushed peas. Take it home.
No. I'm not going to do that.
I want you to open it and try to smell it without throwing up. It's the worst.
I don't remember them smelling that bad, but I know that the bodybuilders, that was their big thing for a while, is I'm so buff, I'm gonna eat some carrots that are mashed. It's gonna, because they're mashed, I'm not gonna have to digest them, and they're just gonna go straight to my muscles.
Oh God!
That was their thing. They would eat like.
Is it because they have a high protein count?
No, just because it was already pre-digested, so it would like get into their bloodstream faster. I don't know. That was one thing when I was doing bodybuilding on a regular basis and I was really into it. Mm-hmm.
I stopped after 10 minutes because I could never be that intense. 10 minutes.
That was your bodybuilding 10 minutes?
I was 10 minutes in and I was talking to the guy about it and he was like, you gotta be really into it. And I was like, not my thing. I'm into things for maybe 45 days.
45 days, and then you just lose interest.
After 45 days, you need to come up with something new, or I'm gone. I'm out of there. Like, just to consistently like apply yourself to the same thing after 45 days seems like a lot.
That is,
it's a good time, right? You have 45 days. You get a sense of like what's going on with things, right? You know, I want to be here or not.
45 days is actually probably too long.
You're more 30 days.
I probably only do things for about a week, and then I lose interest, and I'm on to something else.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to it if I ever... I'll probably go back to the same thing, and I'm like, oh, I've forgotten everything like I learned.
You got to learn it again.
Yeah.
No.
So... Probably, I was pretty consistent with Duolingo and Polish, trying to learn Polish.
You had a reason, though.
But I've stopped since, and I can't say anything now.
Well,
I'm never going to learn another language.
The problem with me in languages, this is the problem with me in languages, is I can't get over the fact that I have to translate it into English. Like I can never let the language just be what it is.
It's not natural. You gotta say, okay, they said this. Now what does it mean in English?
Right. And then
now I have to now I want to say this, and now I got to translate that back. And
right, yeah. I can't like bonjour in French means hello, but I can't just let it mean bonjour. Like it just can't be the French thing. Of whatever that the sense of whatever that encapsulates, it has to be. Oh, that's hello. And plus the fact now, like ChatGPT translates everything anyway. So, like, why do I need to learn the language?
I've actually been looking for, and if anyone can find something like this for me, but let us know in the comments. But I've been looking for. I know they've got like some translators. I would think it would be good if they just had a translator where, I don't know, maybe it's stuck in your ear or whatever, and someone would say something.
Star Trek had that.
And it would just translate. And then
immediately
they would be wearing one, and you would say something, and it would translate into their language.
Yeah, that would do it.
But I don't think there's anything that's that fast enough yet.
I think Google translates pretty darn fast.
Yeah, but I do use it for Polish, and a lot of times they say, well, we don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, God. You got to use the voice feature on ChatGPT and try that out. It's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I know they've got some where you have a phone and you can talk into it and it'll do it, but that's like, I need something that's like right there where I can just talk like this.
But then you got to put it in your mouth so that when you speak in English, it's like...
Actually, there is Microsoft AI.
Yeah.
I think it's in Teams.
Copilot.
No, it's not Copilot, but it's like a universal translator. And I saw this when I was at like I went to like a convention for something. But anyways, I saw it. And there was a lady speaking in Spanish. And it translated into English, but it was with her inflection, right?
Oh,
like
okay.
Her voice.
Yeah.
So it was like her voice in English.
Wow.
So I thought it was pretty good because you could kind of hear what she sounds like, and when the English, it sounded like her.
It's another reason for corporate America to embrace Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, but I think you got a business or something like that. I can't do it. Crappy personal.
Well, listen, that's a pretty good summary of stuff.
Yeah, that's a summary of stuff.
There you go.
We summarized it. Bye.